Hello, how are you doing? In this video we're going to be finding out if stadiums, or the size of a stadium, actually matters in FIFA. So, I've ranked all the teams in stadium capacity order in Europe. So all the European teams with the biggest stadiums from the Premier League down to the League 2, which means there's 92 teams, and we're going to see where each team ends up finishing over 3 seasons. I was meant to do 5. But then I got sacked, so that's why we're going to show you 3 seasons and we'll see what happens, what is the result of putting these teams in this order. So after season 1, Spurs end up winning in League 2 alongside Nice on the same amount of points, and Espanyol also go through an automatic promotion. Chievo, Verona end up missing out with 4th. Juventus, Sampdoria and Besiktas will be in the playoffs. Chelsea just missed out on the playoffs. I was kind of surprised by this, considering you've got some teams in there that I think Chelsea could have beaten. But now at the bottom of the table, we can see that Ural, Lens and Verona are the 3 bottom teams there. PSV not much further ahead, and a lot of the teams in the mid-table are fairly even, they're fairly evenly matched. So then in League 1, PSG win it. Sevilla go to the Championship alongside PSG. Then you've got Porto, Spartak Moscow, Fenerbahce and Fiorentina going into the playoff places. Now at the bottom of League 1, 2 Irish teams are bottom. 18 points for Limerick and 28 for Cork City. Not great. Then we've got Lechia, Gdansk and Śląsk Wrocław. Those 4 teams are going to be going down into League 2. Alright, in the Championship then, Arsenal and Manchester City, 2 English teams, are promoted. And you've got Sporting, Liverpool, Newcastle and Valencia going through the playoff places. Now in the bottom end of this table, AIK, Dusseldorf and Rapid Vienna will be getting relegated. Barry just missed out on relegation by 6 points. So it was quite a big gap then between the 3 teams that got relegated and the teams that survived. Now, in the Premier League then, we see the German team, Bayern Munich, win by 10 points to be basically champions of the stadiums. They've got the best team, they've done the best with the stadium that they have. And then you've got Barcelona, who have a bigger stadium, in 2nd place. Manchester United and Real Madrid make up the top 4 spots there. And teams who relegated are Athens, Stuttgart and Berlin. Celtic were very close though, only a point between Celtic and Berlin. Now in the FA Cup then we see Barcelona beating Atletico Madrid 2-0. But in the Carabao Cup there's 5 goals and 3 of them go to Spurs, only 2 of them go to Dortmund. Spurs end up winning League 2 and also winning the League Cup in England. So Czech Trade Trophy goes to Chelsea. And then Juventus will go through in the League 2 playoffs to play in League 1 next season. Okay then, Chelsea now finally have a better season and end up getting promoted. They win the league ahead of Sampdoria by 6 points. Then you've got Besiktas again in the playoff places, Genoa, Everton and PSV, who have a much better season actually compared to last season now. Those teams are in the playoff places, as well as Bologna as well. So now at the bottom, Limerick and Cork, 2 teams who finished bottom in League 1, also finished bottom in League 2. And what's quite surprising is Limerick actually get less points than they did last season in League 1. So maybe League 2 is a little bit tougher for these 2 teams here. Now in League 1, Spurs go straight up. They've gone from League 2 in the first season to League 1. And in the 2nd season, they managed to go up to the Championship from League 1. And Spurs and Juventus are the 2 teams then that will go through in automatic promotion. Porto, Leipzig, Fiorentina and Espanyol will also go into the playoffs. Each one of those teams has a chance to get promoted. Now at the bottom, we've got Kaiserslautern, Sunderland and Konyaspor alongside Nuremberg as well, who will get relegated. So Sunderland, an English team, have not done very well this time. They'll be in League 2 next season. Now Ajax get 100 points. 99 points goes to Liverpool. I think this league was quite tough. It seems to be quite tough as there's not many teams getting over 100 points or getting a ridiculous amount of points. It seems to be much closer. PSG, Sporting, Newcastle and Shakhtar Donetsk will go through in the playoff places. So Barry, Gostep and Lille will go down into League 1. Alright, now in the top league, the Premier League. Real Madrid now take the top spot. Bayern 3 points behind as opposed to 10 points ahead last season. Barcelona and Manchester United make up the rest of the top 4 spots, so that means that the same top 4 from last season is the same top 4 in this season. Arsenal in 11th place, Atletico Madrid in 9th, Man City in 7th, not as good as the real life version of Man City. And now at the bottom we can see that we've got Real Betis, Zenit and the Scottish team Celtic finally getting relegated. They've had a poor season, only getting 23 points, but it does seem to be there's a huge gap between the bottom few teams and the rest of the table. They're only getting 28 points, 23 points, 20 points. It does look like it's a bit of a huge gap between some of these teams and a wide variation of the quality. Alright, in the FA Cup then, Betis end up winning it against Atletico Madrid, who also get to the final for a second time and also don't score any goals. Milan beat Marseille 2-1 to win the Carabao Cup, and then we'll look at the next season then. Something's gone wrong here. 194 points for Everton. Have they changed the rules? Have they just decided to play 90 games? You know, they thought, you know what? FA, we'll change the rules this year, and everyone's got to play twice as many games near enough. That is ridiculous. I mean, the top 17 teams in League 2 have over 111 points. How does that work then? Something's gone wrong here. There's a slight issue, but Everton and Bologna and Nantes will end up taking advantage of this and going through. PSV, Toulouse, Basel and Sunderland will also be in the playoff places. So at the bottom we've got Cork City and Limerick getting some more points, probably because they've played 90 games, but they've still come bottom. Shlask Roadclaw also end up third to bottom. Alright, so now in League 1, Chelsea will go through to the Championship, Leipzig will be in second place, Fiorentina, Espanyol, Spartak Moscow and Saint Etienne will be in the playoff places right there. Then Barry, Dusseldorf and Rostov and Rubin Kazan will go down. Now we've got the Championship where Spurs go through for a third consecutive season alongside Juventus, Zenit St. Petersburg, Lyon, Sporting and Real Betis will be in the playoff places. Now in the bottom of the Championship we've got Rangers not doing as well as their Scottish rivals. They come 24, they're relegated down to League 1. But Celtic end up in 16th place, Athens and Feyenoord end up going down as well. Now in the Premier League we've got 85 points going to Real Madrid. They win it for a second time ahead of Bayern Munich by 4 points, who've been second or first every season, so they've had a good few seasons really. Manchester United and then Man City knock Barcelona out of the top 4 and they'll be in 5th in the Europa League next season. So at the bottom we've got Ajax and Marseille and Valencia going down. So yeah, I was hoping to do another season and also show you the cups, but unfortunately I am managing a different team in the Super League, so I can't actually show you the cups, so there's going to be no cups. Oops, but that's how it's going to be. Thank you guys for watching the video. We've seen here that it doesn't really make a difference, does it? Stadium doesn't make a difference really. I don't think it does anyway. There's a lot of teams actually that are quite low down, that have had a few good seasons, they've managed to get up somewhere, build a good stadium, and it hasn't really helped them do anything. They've ended up going down a few leagues, ended up in a situation that isn't that great, even though they've got a massive stadium. Anyway guys, thanks for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe, turn on those notifications by ringing that bell, and I will see you next week in the next one.